But here's your choice. Let them shape you into their fears, or become the storm they never saw coming. And no, I'm not talking about noisy outbursts. I'm talking about controlled chaos. I'm talking about waking up every day with a fire against failure, making a silent promise that you're done being their punchline. Because they messed up. They thought you were soft. They mistook your kindness for weakness. Now it's time to flip the script and set it on fire. Listen close. That's why they vanish when you need them most. Deep inside, they know you have the guts to do what they're too afraid to even try. And instead of leveling up with you, they'd rather pull you back and call it just being real. So here's the raw truth. They don't want you to win. Your shine exposes their shadows. Your strength makes their excuses look pathetic. So they'll throw everything at you, jokes, gossip, doubt, anything to shrink you. And when they try to come back, let them choke on the silence they once used to ignore you. Let them drown in the distance they created. Because this time, you're not opening doors, you're building walls. And only the worthy get a key. Let's break something real down. They never really wanted to see you win. Not truly. They liked you better when you were quiet, unsure, doubting yourself. Revenge? It's not loud, it's cold, it's silent, and it lasts forever. Ever noticed how people cheer harder when you fail than when you succeed? That's no accident. The world is addicted to watching others collapse. Misery loves company and comfort zones despise ambition. The moment you start dreaming bigger, thinking sharper, moving differently, you become a threat to their small world. That's why they laugh when you talk about your dreams. See, you were never meant to be understood by people who fear their own reflection. You were never meant to be held by hands that couldn't even hold themselves accountable. You were meant to rise, and that rise, it's going to be lonely. It's going to be silent, but it's going to be worth it. Because when you get there, wherever your there is, you'll know you did it with no shortcuts, no handouts, no fake love, just grit, just pain, just vision. The pain is your fuel. Every drop of sweat is a promise to the old you that this time you're not backing down. Ever wonder why they pretend not to see you now? Why the people who once had front row seats to your suffering act blind to your growth? It's not that they don't see it, it's that they can't handle it. They can't handle the fact that you kept going without them, that their betrayal didn't break you, it built you, that every time they expected you to fall apart, you evolved. Discipline isn't just about showing up when it's easy. It's about showing up when your chest feels like it's caving in and your mind is screaming to quit. That's the kind of discipline that transforms nobodies into legends. You don't need talent. You don't need motivation. You don't need anyone's approval. What you need is rage. Rage against the voice in your head that tells you, maybe I'm not good enough. Rage against the past that tried to hold you back. Let's talk about discipline. Not the cute kind where you set goals and make vision boards. I mean real discipline. The kind forged in chaos. The kind that whispers, get up, when your bones are begging you to stay down. The kind that says, keep going, when everything in you wants to quit. Now every scar on your body, every crack in your voice, every silence in your soul tells a story they tried to erase. But guess what? You're still here. And that alone is the middle finger to everyone who counted you out. You didn't get here because life was easy. You got here because it wasn't. Because the people you trusted fed you lies with a smile. Because the same hands you held reached for someone else when you fell. Because the world showed you no mercy, so you learned to become your own shelter in the storm. You know what hurts the most? It's not the betrayal, not even the lies. It's the moment you realize they never truly saw the real you. The version of you that loved them when they were unlovable. The version that forgave even what you didn't deserve. You gave them your soul in pieces, and they acted like it was nothing. And now they walk around as if you were the problem, like your intensity was too much, like your depth was overwhelming. You don't need revenge. You need silence and progress. When they finally realize you're gone for good, that your love isn't coming back, that's their closure. That's their lesson. Some people only learn when the silence becomes too loud to ignore, when the seat they once took for granted remains empty, when your name becomes the ghost they can't escape. That's justice. Not loud, not messy, but final. You don't need an explanation. You don't need their side of the story. You need freedom. You need stillness. Closure is waking up one day and realizing you're done bleeding for people who wouldn't even offer a bandage. It's deleting that number, not for revenge, but for your peace. It's blocking that account, not out of hate, but out of love for yourself. Closure is accepting the apology you never got, learning the lesson they never intended to teach, and walking away like your soul depends on it, because it does. We sharpen, we evolve, we grow colder, smarter, and stronger. Pain didn't paralyze you, it programmed you, turning your heart into steel and your mind into a weapon. Every breakdown you had was just a system update. Those sleepless nights, drowning in betrayal, that was your system rebooting, deleting weakness and installing rage and resilience in its place. So no, you're not who you used to be. That person died the day they played you, underestimated you, betrayed you, and when they watch you from a distance, trying to figure out how you survived what they thought would destroy you, don't utter a word. Keep walking and let the silence shout your name. They thought breaking you would be the end of your story, that you would quietly fade away, disappearing into the shadows, head down and spirit broken. But they didn't realize that some of us are built differently. We don't die in the dark. We train in it. You aren't here to win their affection. You're here to change the entire game. From this moment, let every breath serve as a reminder that they were wrong about you, that you're not broken, you're just beginning. You're not lost, you're recalculating. The silence you gave them, that was mercy. Because the storm that's coming, the version of you they won't recognize anymore, will not gently knock. It will kick the door down and take over the room. Stay calm, stay hungry, stay unfazed. You have a purpose ingrained in you, and it's not about seeking their approval. It's about building your legacy. Forget attention. What you need is impact, and that impact happens when you stop begging for understanding and start choosing to be unavailable. Not in a rude or arrogant way, but simply distant, focused, and protected. It's not about ignoring them. It's about prioritizing your future over their distractions. And if that bothers them, let it. That's where beasts are made, in silence. While everyone else is out there seeking validation, you're in the shadows sharpening your mind. While they're addicted to being seen, you're addicted to results. That's the energy that terrifies people, because you're not trying to prove anything anymore. You're just becoming, quietly, steadily, without applause, without cameras, just discipline, pain, and growth. The kind that grows in the dark, moves in silence, and explodes when the time is right. You want to win, learn this brutal lesson. Nobody is coming to save you. Not friends, not lovers, not even family. You are your rescue. You are your weapon. Every tear you cried, fuel every fake friend. Fire every betrayal, a lesson. So use it. Turn pain into discipline. Turn silence into strength. Turn loneliness into focus. You want to rise, then fall first. Fall hard. Feel it. Scream into your pillow if you must. If you have to constantly question your place in someone's life, you're already in the wrong place. Walk away and don't look back. Let's set the record straight. Being alone isn't a weakness, it's a weapon. Because in solitude, you find clarity. You hear the voice they tried to silence. You reconnect with your vision, your purpose, your hunger. No distractions, no noise, just raw truth and laser focus. They'll call it too emotional because they've numbed themselves so much they've forgotten what being real feels like. But you still feel. And that's rare. That's gold. But now it's time to protect that heart. Not with walls, but with standards. Not with silence, but with boundaries. Anyone who makes you feel like you're hard to love, they don't deserve access to you. Love shouldn't drain you. Loyalty shouldn't feel like a trap. Care shouldn't be a weapon they use to keep you guessing. Forgiveness doesn't always mean access. You can forgive and still move like they never existed. You were never the weak one. You were the one who held it all together while everything inside you crumbled. You stayed loyal when it was easier to quit. You loved even when you were unloved. You stayed even when you weren't seen. That's strength, not weakness. Don't let anyone shame you for having a heart in a world that thrives on indifference. When you finally rise above all the noise, all the manipulation, all the chains disguised as care, you start seeing people for what they truly are. Temporary lessons dressed in forever promises. So when they come back, not to love you, but to feed off the light they never helped you build, don't open the door. Let them knock. Let them freeze outside the warmth you now protect.